Friends. And I will say that I was not a member of the Science and Technology Committee, but I was a member of the Metropolitan Police Authority for the 12 years of its existence from 2000 onwards. And as soon as this idea was floated, that of privatising the National Service for Forensic Science, I actually made a speech in which I said, this is a mistake and it's going to cause all sorts of problems. Well, I told you so, or rather I told them so. And I was very unhappy when it finally went ahead. The worrying thing that underpins all of this from across the forensic sector, the committee and the government, is the acceptance that miscarriages of justice have occurred as a result of these failures and changes and inconsistencies in the way that forensic science is conducted. So the fact that some people may have been found guilty and guilty people may have been found innocent should worry everyone in this country, because it undermines the whole justice system and the rule of law. I'm yet to see any serious reflection from the government on the implications of this fact, or any attempt to ensure that these injustices are remedied. And this is an issue I will come back to, and that is, I'd like the Minister to explain what conversations the government has had with the Attorney General and the Lord Chancellor to trawl through these past cases and ensure that any forensic errors are put right and that anyone wrongly convicted has that conviction overturned. This work should be conducted using government funds and not be constrained by the availability of either individuals' funds or legal aid. Turning to legal aid specifically, the government's response to the report sadly expresses that they are not aware of legally aided defendants being denied access to testing and expert advice for funding reasons. I'd like to ask the Minister to expand on what basis they make that assertion. Is it founded in ignorance, or have they actually gone out of their way to seek examples of legal aid limits getting in the way of justice? I ask this because some peers had an email from a forensics organisation who does mostly legal aid criminal defence work. They say that while the three main laboratories who work with the police have had significant increases in funding recently, there has not been a corresponding increase in funding for the defence. And they say that they have tried to engage with the government about the legal aid funding to no avail. For example, on the arbitrary limits on the travel time of 4 hours. Now, this doesn't tally with the government's claim that people are being denied access to the forensic science they need to prove their innocence. To conclude, I believe it's impossible to separate this issue of forensic science from the wider undermining of criminal justice funding that's occurred during 11 years of Conservative cuts. The noble Lord, Lord Patel, said at the beginning, in the evidence, somebody said that it was a national crisis that had brought us to this point. But actually, of course, it wasn't. It was political decisions by the Conservative government that actually made it clear that we would do this and go this route. So the government has actually treated people's innocence as a sort of unaffordable and optional luxury, rather than the underpinnings of the very fabric of society's trust in the justice system. Because when people realise that innocent people can go to jail and guilty people can go free because of the failures in the system that the government has allowed to happen, then the whole system is doomed.